Okay, so what I want to do today, and you already know this, Luke, from sitting in my class yesterday. First thing I want to do is cover what do you do in the event that you come up on a source and you can't read it right away. Like that's a bigger issue than I realized. So let me share my screen. We need to take a look. Okay, so note here, I'm going to go tab to tab. But note here that I'm leaving my BSU tab open. So I'll right click, open a new tab. And I also teach this class at another school. This same lesson kind of applies to them as well, except the way that they log in is different. Let me see. For some reason, I didn't mean to click Westlaw. What the heck? There we go. I think I lost my screen share. All right, so I'm on the A to Z database. I'm going to click the very first one, Academic Search Complete, and then we'll open a tab here. So for those who are taking the class at New River, the same kind of thing applies, except the way that you request the source is you send me an email. So you can kind of skip ahead for the next 5 or 6 minutes as I show this for the Bluefield students. But I'm going to click here, search the MLA bibliography. And then let's say that I want to find a source on the Haunting of Hill House. Let's say this very first one really strikes your fancy. Locked doors and fondled doorknobs, Gothic domesticity and deviant sexuality of 1950s America, and Shirley Jackson's The Haunting of Hill House. The problem is, with this one, when you click download, you can't read it right away. So what you do is, if you go back to the My BSU tab, on the library resources, you would scroll down to where it says Interlibrary Loan Article Request. And just to kind of go back and forth between the tabs, you would just need to give some information. The title of the article would be something that you would need to plug in to the right tab. So here we go, the title of the article, and then the author of the article you would need to copy and paste and put in the interlibrary loan sheet. Then, of course, you would need to give your name, your number, and your email. And the school librarian, Dr. David McMillan, will be more than happy to get you the source in that case. I know that we are approaching the end of our extension date. I was giving everybody up through Wednesday to turn these in. So this is the official channel that you do so here at Bluefield. Now, if you need me to look something up for you as well, don't hesitate. That's pretty much what everybody at New River will need to do, right? Because I don't know if they have interlibrary loan. So if you find a source you can't get, send me the title of the article send me the author, and I will do my best to hunt it down for you. I still have access to West Virginia University's library from when I was a graduate student there. I think it's a case if they forgot to take away my access, so I'm just not going to say anything. So if you need me to hunt something down for you that you can't download right away, please do so. I know we live in a swipe and move on culture, right? Um, TikTok is like that, right? Dating apps are like that. Um, don't swipe and move on if you find a source that seems like it'll be helpful, but you can't read it right away. You can get it, it just might take a little bit of patience. So don't give up the hunt. Like if you're doing a paper on sexuality in the Haunting of Hill House, for example, this is definitely a paper you would want to read, right? So don't just move on to something that won't be as helpful if you can't get it right away. So that's step one here. Okay, the next thing is let's quickly review over what an annotated bibliography looks like. And I'm teaching the class online to a lot of people, and there's been a lot of confusion about what this even is. So let me see if I can offer some clarity here. I'm just going to share my entire screen. I think that will be easier than messing with these tabs. Okay. So remember, the proposal part is a simple sneak peek of what your fourth paper is going to be about. So this one says, in my research essay, I aim to examine the thematic exploration of companionship in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, pertaining specifically to Victor's refusal of a consort for his creation. While investigating this topic, we're imposed to ask, can the creature refuse the created its chance at happiness? Since I first read the novel, this question has plagued my mind. While some scholars argue that Frankenstein was justified in denying a companion, others claim that Victor made the correct choice in sacrificing the monster's desires in order to prevent further suffering for humanity. During this debate, I plan to analyze various critical perspectives on Victor's decision, including those that emphasize the ethical considerations of his actions and their implications. The blah, 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 right? This is pretty much just a one-paragraph teaser trailer, so to speak, of what your paper is going to be about. You know that because you've already written half of it in paper one or paper two. And as I've explained to many people over email, this is the part of research where you actually do the research. Other teachers will tell you, do a research paper. Use 5 sources. Well, what happens when you do that? When teachers do that? You will just pull 5 random sources out of a hat, pull a random quote from the source and throw it in there without even having read the source. Yeah, that's not what research is. Research is a very intricate process. What I'm trying to teach you in this class is the right way of going about doing research. And an annotated bibliography is a nice sort of step to ensure that you're doing it. So again, what you do in your bibliography. You give a citation of your source first in MLA style. And on these examples I've given everybody, this example probably doesn't even need this URL, right? They could cut it off right here after the page number. But you have the author, the name of the source, the name of the journal that it was published in. So Studies in Romanticism, Volume 48, Issue 1. The article was published in 2009. It's on page 3 to 22 of that journal. Then the person gives a summary of the source. So like, what was the source about? What was the person's argument? How did they arrive at that argument? Then close to the end, there's a brief summary and analysis. A brief analysis, I should say. So this one says, by presenting the creature as a multifaceted character with hopes and fears, Shelley encourages readers to empathize with its experiences of rejection and isolation. So here's the analysis part. Britton's article provides valuable support for my argument of monstrous solitude by emphasizing the humanity of the creature, the emotional resonance of Shelley's narrative, and the complexity of the creature-creation relationship. So there's your analysis, right? That's why here's how your article will be helpful to your research project. So you do this in alphabetical order, so A to Z. So notice here we have B, C, F, R, D, U. You do that for all 6 of your sources. So this is about the proper length of a good annotation, about 7 to 8 sentences for each one. This person happened to double space theirs. Makes it look a little longer than maybe what it would be otherwise if you single spaced it. So this is exactly what it looks like. And as I have said in another video, you're going to be using this to add to the paper you've already written once you're done. So you guys will be thanking me for doing it this way when you write the very last piece of writing, because you're not writing a brand new paper. You're adding this stuff in to the paper you've already written. I'm trying to teach you the steps. Hopefully get us more clear. Let's see. The other example I've given, let me pull this one up. This is an example on the Haunting of Hill House. Well, you see the same sort of structure at work here. This person actually used 2 articles from the same author, which is interesting. So hopefully that brief review of Annotated Bibliographies helps everyone as you polish them up. I kind of gave everyone a universal extension in both my Bluefield and New River class through Wednesday. So hopefully this, once I share this, hopefully this helps clarify any outstanding questions. So how are you doing, Luke? Are you feeling good about it? Are you close to getting done?
Yeah, I found a couple sources. I just need to vet. I just need to go through and find, I think, 2 or 3 more. And then just get it all typed up.
Good deal. And so get through that. And then we'll be looking towards the last paper over the course of the next week. Everyone has that prompt with the last paper. On that prompt, I highlight all the ways you add into your existing paper using your bibliography. So take a look at that. But I don't want to go too deep into that right now. I want everybody to kind of have a single track mind right now on finishing their bibliographies. So again, to reiterate this lesson, if you find a source that you can't read, request it through interlibrary loan, or ask me, whichever. I'll be happy to dig it up for you. I might be quicker than the library. Maybe. So ask me to get it, and I'll hunt it down. If you so again, don't swipe and move on. If it's something that'll help you, use it. Then your annotated bibliography, all it is a list of 6 sources: cited, summary, analysis, cite, summary, analysis, all 6 times.
Okay. I thought it was 7. It's good to know. And one of them can be non-academic, right?
2 of them. So 4 of the 6 can be non-academic, or 2 of the 6 can be non-academic. Just because sometimes non-academic sources can sometimes help you more. I know with an author like Lovecraft, like you're doing, Luke, non-academic source might be even more helpful than an academic one. So something like a good YouTube video or a good non-published essay or something like that you could use for your 2 of your 6.
Yeah, I've been trolling YouTube trying to find something, so I'll keep looking. I think I've nearly got something. So.
All right, well, this is enough review for today, I think. So just keep trucking, everybody. Anybody who sees this recording, just keep trucking. We're close to the end. The end is nigh. We're going to get there. So 2 more. We have this week, next week, and then finals week left. So the light is at the end of the tunnel. So just keep trucking. All right, so well, I'll let you go for now, Luke. So good luck finishing up, and I'll see you on here on Thursday.
All right, see ya. Have a good afternoon.
Bye.